What's up, everybody? My name is Lamont. I've been a full-time trader for 6 years now and a part of the Chart Guys team for a little more than half of that, where I head up the futures room and, of course, our swing report. In this video, we're going to be looking at updates to a few of our ideas that have already been in play. And so without further ado, let's start off with TTWO. And so TTWO was one of our picks from last week. And if you're a kind of set it and forget it kind of a trader, then you probably just use our trade zones exactly how we have them, which is fine, meaning that you would come in at the lows of the trade zone, you would come in at the highs of the trade zone, maybe even in the middle. That would give you an average fill price of here, this middle line where the red box meets the green box. Your risk would be up here and your targeting would be here, right? That's typically how, well, that's always how I set up the trade ideas for our members, for our subscribers. And so if you were to have done that, then you only would have had one fill here. And so obviously that's not ideal, but if you traded along with our alerts, with me, doing it live, and we just rolled out our handy dandy fancy new website, it looks like this now. This is the update dashboard. Alternatively, you can get the emails sent to your inbox. And so if you traded along with me, then what I did was I sold the pass under the open for TTWO. This alert went out. That's not right. That alert definitely went out earlier. Sometimes there's a little bit of, you know what, it's probably our new website. We just rolled out the new website, so there's probably a little bit of a delay. There have been some kinks to iron out. But even at 10 o'clock, that was fine. Let me just double check. Let's see. At 10 a.m., that is this candle. So yeah, there's plenty of time here. So here's a 10 a.m. candle right here. Let me hide this. 10 a.m. candle is here, and so you have actually two more opportunities to take the same exact trade, which was selling the move back under the open. So you move back over the open, you sell it on the way down, or on this way down, or on this way down. Your stop is over the high of the day. Why? Because we're banking on the fact that, okay, well, the buyers, if they were going to be strong today, they should hold over the open and press, right? They should try to make higher highs, right? And so the fact that you move up here and then fail to take out this high and then pass back down under the open, that's the go sign for the sellers. And even if we're wrong about this, this was 0.81% risk. For the vast majority of traders, you can put your whole account on this trade and it will still fit your risk parameters, right? Because most traders are doing like 1 to 5%. So obviously 0.8% is less than 1%, And within a matter of minutes, for the first profit taking here, the test of yesterday's value area high, that's the 1 hour chop. We can be risk free on this now. The next peel is all the way down here, and it's the point of control of the prior session. Again, these alerts went out for here, right over here, taking profits, getting risk free, out more at the POC. We really are trying to not tell you what to do, but show you exactly the thought process and how to manage these trades, even if you don't trade them, right? Because we primarily are an educational community. We really just want to help teach you these tactics, right? Because I know for a fact that they're effective, and that's it. That's what we're all about. And so yeah, so that's the idea, right? So this pass back under the open, after we take this position off, now, after we take our first position off here, we're risk free. After we take off this position, we're guaranteed some profit, right? And then the next update goes out over here when we're pretty much right at the target, or I think the alert was something like, we're set to open up at key support, very reasonable to take some partial profits. I almost always will include a chart. It's broken. I will look into that. Are they all broken? No, just that one. Okay, so I'll look into that. But that's the idea. All right, we're trying to do everything that we can for you. So think about that, right? That last exit was pretty much at the open here, 137.55. So the R multiple for that one, getting down to 137.55. Oops, roughly, is 5R multiple. That's a 5R multiple trade, right? It's pretty much that's really great, right? And it's 4% on that position, so all exits in profit. I still have a position as well, and we'll see. I'm just going to walk the stop down. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk the stop down. Yeah, we do have earnings coming up though, so we'll probably make a decision before then. Let's see, that's 2 Wednesdays from now. Yeah, 2 Wednesdays, so we have some time. So we'll see. So the idea then is these sellers should be trying to come down here next. Their goal should be to finish closing that gap. So if they can make it down and through 131.51, their next objective would be to close the gap here, 125.94. So we're sitting pretty in this, right? The monthly time frame is just looking for a monthly higher low, but we also did set a monthly lower high. The weekly time frame has now apologies, I actually made a higher high into a lower low. So not a confirmed weekly downtrend yet, but the weekly is also making space for a lower high under 148.96. So we are sitting pretty in this one. RJF is one that I just whipped. I don't know what happened. If you are one of our members in our Slack group, then you may have seen me live stream this, try to live stream failing this trade setup, but the context was given the day prior. Here we go. The context was given the day prior. On this day, we were looking for the potential for this candle to be the lower high. The candle looks different because I pushed the alert out before it even closed, because we just want to be, I want to give people as much time as possible to think about whether or not they want to do this trade. So because earnings was out of the way, and there was the potential for this candle to be the daily lower high, which of course now we know that is the daily lower high that's been set, I set out that alert on this day, meaning, okay, well, on the next day, if we get an open under the point of control, we can sell that open, throw our stop over the candle, or no later than the point of control, look to take profits here first. So I really still have no idea what happened. I don't know. I thought I had that stop sell in, and it just didn't trigger. So it's what it is. I have no idea. And but I did happen to get a Netflix trade. So I guess I can talk about that in this video. I forgot to talk about it in our private video. But anyway, the idea was still valid. It still worked out fine. So if you want these alerts, that's what we do here. We had a new website here. All of the alerts will come out here, or they'll go to your email inbox if you so choose. Dan's on the team, Lori's on the team, Funk is on the team, Joey's on the team. And so, yeah, this is, if you are looking for not just trade ideas, but also updates as they develop, give us a shot. Links in the bottom, no pressure. If you're happy with these public videos, great. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for sharing some of your time and energy with me. Now, where do we stand with the RJF situation? So if you took it upon yourself, subscribers, to hit that trade yourself, then great. You are, again, just sitting pretty. Ideally, you've already taken profits, and you can throw your stop over the high of this day, Friday, because if this is the daily lower high, which it is now, but if the sellers are going to continue to press the issue, then they should look to continue to move value lower. So having your stop over this high is very reasonable. If we move down to where this high volume area is, around 92.5, I suggest you take more profit, leave your stop there for the rest, and then see how it goes. The beauty of this name is that earnings is already over. That's actually why I was interested in it. That's why our earnings are now out of the way. Whenever you're in earnings season, it's a little trickier to find these plays. So anyway, that's pretty much it for RJF. If you see lower lows beyond this high volume area, they should be trying to come down all the way to the lows of this area, right? Because now that we're back within this structure, this entire structure is going to be tested. You know what I'm saying? If we see lower lows. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And then for Roku here, Roku, I'm still keeping updates in this because this was an idea that was shared with the public somewhere in here, right? After it was on this Friday where I said, okay, well, you can look for that same exact setup if you see some daily bounce and then get an open under the point of control, which is exactly what happened. And so if you're still in this trade, you are also just sitting pretty, and you can have your stop loss right over here, move it down to this high 64.24, and then just see what the market will give you, because you're in a risk-free runner now. So the earnings, next earnings is on November 1st, so that's next week. So you do have to be sized appropriately if you want to look to hold through the earnings. And if we continue to see lower lows on this, then they should be trying to, the sellers should be trying to come down here to test 51.62. But the volume does pick up a bit here at like about 53.5. So if you've not taken any profits at all, or if you're looking for our next reasonable place to take some profits, then 53.40 is a pretty good spot. All right, and no later than 51.62. That's pretty much it. We do have to be mindful now. This is the third week of selling on Roku, so you know the more selling that we see, consecutive selling, consecutive selling that we see on this move, the more likely we'll see at least some short-term stalling and maybe even some short-term bounce. So that's why we will be looking. You should be looking to continue to take profits off of this as we move lower. Okay, especially into that support level. And then Oracle is another one that, you know, again, this was a public trade that we shared, I think, back here. There were multiple setups that worked, and then I think we had updates here as well for it. And so, again, sitting pretty, right? Like you're sitting very pretty here. Daily lower high resistance is over here at 107.3. No, I'm sorry, 110.22. I can kill these now. We don't really need these here. And so anything under that's going to be good for a daily lower high. Lots of space for these sellers to potentially set that lower high. And these buyers will create no change without finding acceptance back over 103.27. So eyes on that. And let's see, on the weekly time frame, I believe we've just made a lower high and lower low. So again, you're sitting very pretty. If we continue to see lower lows here, the sellers should be trying to come down here next, 96.74, and there's a ton of volume traded here, 94.80. So and earnings is, you know, has already been out of the way. So you have a lot of time. Anybody still in this, you know, YouTube subscribers, private members, whatever, you guys are sitting pretty. So yeah, but if you do have any questions, subscribers, as always, you can, you know, hit me with a email, and I'll always do my best to respond to you as quickly as possible. And so really quickly, you know, I don't want to make this too long, but Netflix, if you private subscribers or Singapore subscribers who have watched last week's private video, you'll recall that I was trying to decide between Netflix and TTWO. And so fortunately, I got both, right? Because TTWO, that worked out well, and Netflix, we scrambled to get this morning because I failed the RJF trade. And so the sell on the Netflix today was just based off of selling the open again. Same exact concept, because the bigger picture context was this value area high of this structure being back tested. And so if we're going to fail, if the buyers are going to fail to get back over this value area high, they should be trying to come down here. If they're going to have problems getting down there, it should be over here, which is pretty much the low of the day. Not exactly, but it is the low of the day. And if you are a member of our Slack, then you know you had counsel guidance throughout all of this, because I just made updates, right? So let's see, I'll just do Netflix. So I set up the trade on the morning stream. So I traded it live. If you are a member of our Chart Guys community and you didn't watch the stream, how dare you? No, just kidding. But you can check it out if you want. I did the trade live, and then I just posted these updates. And at 109, on the live stream, I talked about this target, 394.90, this prior high here, right? And so when we approached there, right around 1 o'clock, took that final chop, and so now the remaining position that I have is relatively small because it's, you know, the weekend is here, but I'm looking to get down here, right? Because, well, that should be the next objective, you know. And again, the R multiple for trades like this is huge, you know. Like if you sold that pass under the open, I didn't use the high of the day as a stop. I used another level under it. But even if you did, it's only 0.93% risk. Trying to get here, this is a 6.69 R multiple trade. And again, at 0.93% risk, you can throw your entire account at it, and it doesn't matter. So that's pretty much it. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you for sharing some of your time and energy with me. It's very much appreciated. If you're new around here and you wouldn't mind giving us a like and subscribe, that would be really helpful. You know, really appreciate it if you would. And if you're interested in getting these ideas every week and then getting the updates as well sent to your email box or in our new handy dandy website, then give this Swing Report a shot. Links in the bottom below. Hope to see y'all soon. Farewell.